When a lot of us recall childhood memories, we oftentimes think about Halloween stories. How many houses you went to, favorite candy, coolest costume. But for some kids, that costume is out of reach. That's where Texas teen BJ Rottinghouse comes in. He founded the nonprofit Yalloween to give kids in need free costumes to go trick-or-treating, and he joins us now. Good morning.
Morning, Deborah. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. All right. You are from Houston, grew up in Houston, but you are a freshman at Texas A&M right now. So you're studying business and a focus on finance. So you kind of have that business mind already. But you grew up loving Halloween. What were some of your memories?
There's just so many. It's hard to pinpoint one, but I can just remember walking around my whole neighborhood. Usually I didn't go outside the block, but walking around that full neighborhood and just seeing all these people dressed up with so many different costumes. Yeah,
And
and
there's a
it's just
sweet picture
amazing.
right there. And you actually, my son grew up in Memorial. We live in Memorial as well. And as you know, it's a big deal. We have the pre-Halloween party, and then we let
Yeah.
y'all loose, and you just, cover the whole neighborhood. Yeah. And as a kid growing up and enjoying that, you just have in your mind that every child gets to do that. But you realized at some point that all kids don't get the same experience. What was that moment for you?
Really, it was kind of after like COVID hit during the pandemic. I realized a lot of people weren't able to go out and do Halloween because there was so many less people coming up to our house to trick or treat. So I was really surprised by that, and I really wanted it to be always just like how it was when I was a kid, where everyone had a costume, everyone was able to go out trick or treating and have an
Yeah.
amazing time.
Yeah. Because in that point, you realize a lot of parents had lost jobs and kind of that joy kind of went away. But it was an opportunity, you say, to bring Halloween to the community. And you mixed y'all with Halloween. Okay. Tell us about the moment where you finally, everybody has that thing where they were struggling for a name for something. And all of a sudden it's like, yes, that's it.
Yeah, it was sort of a very quick thought process. We're like, okay, so it's Halloween for everyone, Halloween for all y'all, and then we just kind of combined that to Yalloween, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I work with a lot of organizations that deal with families who had to get out and they left with just the clothes on their back, and there is no money left for buying a Halloween costume. And so the Houston Area Women's Center was one of the first beneficiaries that you had. Tell us how that worked and what the result was for those kids.
We were able to just kind of reach out to them and have like an instant just connection because they always throw a fall festival, and them having a fall festival, they wanted just to do costumes. They always do costumes. We have a lot of shelters that always do a festival, but they're not able to provide the costumes because they're at such a high cost for the amount of people that they need to get them for. And we were just able to kind of help them fulfill that need, and that was something really special to them.
Yeah. Also, aid to victims of domestic abuse, AVDA, you're working with them, Assurance Therapeutic Outreach, and then you gain support after that with media coverage, and that helps to fuel the fire that you have for helping these kids enjoy a great Halloween. How does it make you feel? Sometimes we think we're helping others, and when we do that, we realize that we really have encouraged ourselves as well. How does it make you feel to see those kids get those costumes? And are they getting costumes that they request, and so they can get the characters that they love?
Yeah, so we do a category system now, so they can choose between, being a superhero, being a princess, being like we call it a real hero, which is like a policeman, a doctor. And it's really amazing to be able to see it. Sometimes we're not able to because of like privacy, and we don't want to um, make anyone unsafe. But like recently, we've been able to have like interactions with the kids for the first times, and it's just amazing. We had one the other day here in Bryan where a kid, like, we gave the kid this costume, and he just immediately like ripped it open and put it on. Like within 5 minutes, he was already wearing his costume, and it's like the 15th. He's got 2 weeks to
Oh,
Halloween. He's so excited about it, and it was just such an amazing experience to
yeah.
see.
And I guarantee you might still be wearing that costume in November and December
He
too,
might be
right?
wearing it right
Yeah.
now.
All right. You've also partnered with the Rathgeber Center for Salvation Army in Austin, added 150 costumes there. That's your first shelter outside of Houston. You want this to be a national initiative?
Yes, definitely want this. I want this to definitely be all across Texas, definitely all across the South, and all across the nation if we can. I think this is something that can be anywhere because Halloween is everywhere. So
Yeah, and
we
I think
want
it's
that
gotten
to
actually
be,
bigger now. We used to think of it as kind of the kids' holiday, but even adults have just really
yeah.
grasped it as well. All right, obviously there's challenges. As you know, you're going into business, and there's one of those things that when you're growing something, there can always be challenges. What are your biggest challenges? And then I'm going to ask you how we, as a general public, can help you with those.
Well, the biggest challenge is always just going to be the high cost of the costumes. So, like getting money every year and having to raise it before really the Halloween season starts because we're always preparing for the next year. So, just kind of getting enough costumes, finding the money to get more costumes for each kid is really the hard part for us.
Yeah, because your younger brother runs your social media, and as word gets out, I'm sure more and more organizations reach out and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, can you help us?" And it's like, but you have to have those costumes there. So, how can the rest of us help you with that?
All of our donations are on our website. Just sending us a costume through our Amazon wish list is usually the best way. You can pick out a costume directly for a kid or just straight up donate some money and we will 100% put that towards costumes.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm thinking about my son's costumes. He wore it only once. Would you take
Yeah.
pre-owned costumes at all?
We do not do pre-owned costumes. We feel like it's better to do new ones.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right because if you take a close look at that costume, it's got some issues.
Yeah, it's
That mask doesn't go with that Superman outfit. All right.
yeah.
So we can support through your website as well, as you said, yellowwing.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And you know, we oftentimes see on the news what's wrong with the younger generation. You are a great example of what's right with the generation, and we need to see more stories of young people
Thank you
like
so
you.
much.
All right. Now, the only issue I have, did you consider UT?
I did for about a minute and a half, yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take a minute and a half. That's where I went. I'll take a minute and a half. All right. Thank you so much.